Hello students, in today's session let us learn about introduction of econometrics. In this session we will understand what is econometrics, why econometrics is a separate discipline, and finally the methodology of econometrics. So let us understand what is econometrics. Econometrics means economic measurement. The scope of econometrics is much broader. According to Goldberger, econometrics may be defined as the social science in which the tool of economic theory, mathematics and statistical inferences are applied to analysis of economic phenomena. It can be stated that econometrics is all about considering the economic theory, collecting data for the variable of economic theory and applying the statistical tool on the data while testing some hypothesis and draw some conclusion that is helpful in the policy making. Now, the pertinent question arises, why econometrics is a separate discipline? The subject deserves to be studied in its own right because economic theory makes statements or hypotheses that are mostly qualitative in nature, such as law of demand, law of supply, law of consumption and many more. The law does not provide any numerical measure of the relationship, and this is the job of econometrician. Secondly, the main concern of mathematical economics is to express economic theory in mathematical form, ignoring measurability or empirical verification of the theory. Econometrics is mainly interested in the empirical verification of economic theories. Economics statistics is mainly concerned with collecting, processing and presenting economic data in the form of charts and tables. It does not go any further. The one who does it, the econometrician. After understanding the relevancy of econometrics, now let us understand the methodology of econometrics. Broadly speaking, traditional econometrics methodology proceed with firstly, statement of economic theory or hypothesis. It can be existing economic theory. For example, Keynes states that average consumer increases their consumption as their income increases, but not as much as the increase in their income. It means the marginal propensity to consume remains less than 1. Secondly, specification of mathematical model of the theory, as we can see that y is equal to alpha plus beta x, where y is consumption expenditure, which is dependent variable in this case. On the other hand, x is income, which is independent or explanatory variable. Alpha is intercept term here and beta shows the slope coefficient. So, this is the mathematical representation of consumption theory. After having the mathematical equation, we need to have specification of a statistical or econometric model. This is so because the relationship between economic variables are generally not exact. In addition to income, other variables also affect the consumption expenditure. For example, size of family, ages of the member in the family, family religion, etc. are likely to exert some influences on consumptions. To allow for the not exact relationship between economic variables, this can be modified as y is equal to alpha plus beta x plus epsilon. In the econometric model, one term which is called epsilon has been added. The epsilon is also known as disturbance or error term. The disturbance term epsilon may well represent all those factors that affect consumptions but are not taken into consideration explicitly. After having the econometric model, we need to collect the data of the variables to obtain the numerical value of alpha and beta. In this case, we need data which is related to personal consumption expenditure and gross domestic product, which is representative of income. After collecting the relevant data of the respective variables, the estimation of parameter of econometric model is accomplished. There are various methods for estimating the parameters of the model, but among all, most of the time method of least square is exerted. I would discuss the method of least square in my subsequent lecture. After estimating the parameter of the model, the next step is hypothesis testing. This process tries to find out whether the estimates obtained are in accord with the expectation of the theory that is being tested. In our case, the value of beta should be positive and less than 1. This is so because according to the Keynes, the MPC is positive but less than 1. The hypothesis testing is done by using of various statistical tests. After successfully testing the hypothesis of the above econometric model, it is being utilized for forecasting. Lastly, the final model is also exerted for the policy making as per the need of policy making unit. Finally, in this way, the entire econometric analysis is accomplished. So, students, in this video, we understood what econometric is, why econometrics is studied in separate discipline, and finally, the methodology of econometrics. Student, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please be in touch for more videos related to econometrics. Thank you very much.